Hey everyone, it's Stewart with the Quinn Stewart Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, and today's topic is how do you save money and make your house more energy efficient? So stay tuned. So today's topic is all about how do we make our homes more energy efficient? And a lot of people don't realize that they're probably wasting hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the years by not assessing their house for just the littlest of things. And if you haven't noticed, in Multnomah County, they actually passed this thing where when you go to list a house for sale, we actually now have to show the energy score of that particular house, whether it's built 100 years ago or brand new. It's a requirement, and it's really for information purposes only, but what it really shows us is that they are giving a score for the house depending on how efficient it is. So a 1 would be, the house is really not efficient. It can be anything from the windows to the insulation to just the cost or just the type of build it is, all the way up to a 10, which very few homes get. But effectively, it's just there to tell you like how efficient is this house and what to do to improve it. So there's some tips that I'm going to give you today that are going to share with you ways you can assess your own house. And at the end of this video, if you watch all the way through, I'm going to give you probably the biggest tip and the biggest bang for your buck. That is super, super cool, and most people don't know you can do it. The first thing is switching out your light bulbs for LED. They save up to 90% on your electricity bills. And while you may not want to switch out all your light bulbs, imagine the cost savings over time. It can really make a significant difference. The second thing is seal your leaks. Maybe you don't know that the weather stripping on your doors is failing and causing, airflow to come through. Sealing windows or anything that allows a draft to come in around chimneys, things like that. The third thing is get a programmable thermostat. I'd like to assume in this day and age that we all have one, but there's a lot of people I run into who simply don't. When you're sleeping, make it colder or make it so that you're comfortable but maybe not quite as warm. When you're away, schedule it so that you're not, jacking up the heat. There's a lot of things you can do to save on that very one thing. The fourth thing is get your furnace serviced regularly, and please change out your filters. The number one thing that happens every time I go to take a property and list it is most people don't know you're actually supposed to change your filters out once a month. Hey, I'm guilty of it myself because it's just one of those tasks that gets put on the back burner and you forget about. But if you haven't changed your filters in a while, set it up so that you have healthy reminders. Maybe you have a note, going into your garage that says change your filter out next month, or maybe you put it in your calendar. But changing your filter out is huge. It can absolutely change the way that your efficiency of your furnace is working. If you are looking to update your furnace at some point, they have really robust, high efficiency furnaces now that you can install that can really change the way that your heating system is working and causing less bills to go out the door. The last thing I'm going to share with you is insulation and windows. If you have outdated windows, that is probably causing for a lot more heat to get, expelled out, or air conditioning. Windows that are, single paned or older, they're just not as efficient. It is a cost to update your windows that is not cheap, but in the long term, it really makes the house more efficient by leaps and bounds. And then insulation, a lot of times older homes had a different code rating for the insulation that you put in the house. Nowadays they have, just crazy good insulation, insulating pipes, insulating, ceilings and floors and all those things. And then here is the biggest tip I can give you that most people don't know even exists. The Energy Trust of Oregon actually has contractors that you can hire to come out and look at all things in your house. They go through your all the way from your roof system all the way down to the crawl space and everything in between. They will give you a detailed report. They're going to tell you where your energy might be losing and how to increase it. And they're going to give you all kinds of tips and tricks and even cost-saving programs that you can go through to increase the energy score of your house. So if this is something that you have always wanted to learn about, or maybe you're just like, gosh, I had no idea that we could even do this, I highly recommend this. People I know who have done it have drastically changed the efficiency of their homes by just simply changing a few things, or in some cases changing large things that just were needing to be done. So if you have any questions on this topic, I highly recommend you can reach out to us. We'll give you the link that you can get a hold of the Energy Trust of Oregon and get that scheduled, or maybe just, it's time to change your filter, and hopefully this is just a good reminder. So hopefully this was helpful for you, and hope you're doing well.